Welcome back to Surviving with Shoeler. This is episode 11, and in between episodes, I've been busy at the slots. All it took was one win, and I was hooked. I did it! Nothing could prepare me for the endless losses. You think one would blink an eye when their bank account is drained and they have to move on to their college funds, but no, not me. Every loss fueled me. I knew I was getting closer and closer to yet another win. But alas, that day never came. I sat there for what seemed like days until a light! I didn't know what it was. All that I knew was that it saved me. It was beautiful. I reached out to try and find out what it was. It was a new subscriber. That's right, guys. If you subscribe, you could save me from a gambling addiction. Do the right thing. Okay. Yeah, but we actually have been busy. I did a little change right here. We used to have some of the mud blocks and the brown mushroom stems over here, but I swapped it out for just regular path blocks because I think they look a little bit better. I'm still kind of getting used to it a little bit, but I have some builds planned later, and the path blocks looked way better for those builds, so I decided that I should probably stick to one consistent thing. You probably already saw, but I put in some stained white glass and white glass panes over here to make it look like the waterfall is, you know, splashing in there. And, you know, let's get a little bit of a bird's eye view, and wow, it looks great. I love how it looks. It's amazing. And then I also added in some boulders and some fallen trees inside of this forest. There's not too many of them, but I think it adds a little bit of interest to this forest, and it adds a little bit more detail to the ground. In the last episode, we just did a world tour, so if you're from that video, welcome. We're actually going to be building some things today, and I am so freaking excited. Weirdly, the last time that we built a new building was in episode 4. We did this thing in episode 2, I believe, this in episode 3, and then we made that house in episode 4, which, yes, I have done some work on it. I flipped it around, did a little bit of change in the design, but that's not really a new build, is it? Honestly, I just think I'm a lot better at doing terraforming and landscaping and that kind of stuff, so it's a little bit hard to actually get started on a building project. I always find it a little bit daunting, but since we're just going to be working on this village for the next couple episodes, that's going to be a very nice challenge for me. So if you didn't already figure it out, we are going to be building a house in this village. It's currently just flat and deserted and lonely, and I just want to start filling up this space with a bunch of new houses. And I really want to have an immersive village, so every single type of profession that a villager can have is going to get its own building, if that makes sense. So the farmers are going to get like a farm or something, the librarians are probably going to get a library, so on and so forth until it's all done. It would technically be the smartest move to make a farm for these farmers, or maybe a library for the librarians first, since I have some of those guys. But no, the first thing that we're going to be making is a blacksmith shop. Like I already said, building buildings is daunting, so I'm just trying my best to not force myself into doing anything. I'm building this blacksmith shop because I just had inspiration to do that first over everything else. But before we do that, I need to make an announcement. I'm going to be doing a live stream. Next Friday, August the 2nd at 12:30 p.m. PST, I will be going live on my Twitch to do a charity live stream for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. All the money made from that stream, ad revenue, subs, donations, everything will be going to the charity. So even if you don't want to be there for the actual live stream, just open it up on a tab, mute it, and then just let it sit there so we can make more money from all the mid-rolls. The stream will start 30 minutes after my video comes out next Friday, so that can be a good reminder for you that it's going on. But you could also follow me on my Twitch to know when it's happening. Also, I'm still doing cameo videos. All the money's still going to charity, so check it out. It's about $1. Do it through the website, not through the app. Back to Minecraft. So I think I'm gonna place the build like right over here. So I'm just clearing out some space, getting it a little bit ready. I gotta be careful though, because I want to put a pathway right along here to kind of go farther into these plains. So I just need to leave enough room for that, and then potentially one building next to this. Before I can actually build this though, I need to do some resource collecting. So first I headed to the nether so I could get some blackstone and some sand, but I had a couple problems. Oh, wait, I don't even have my armor on. Oh, no. Coordinates. Okay, I'm done. This is just gonna have to be enough. After that quick detour, I headed to the desert and collected a little too much sand. I think I need like a shulker box or something, man. Wait, I only needed sandstone. Then I hopped into the mines. And mined up as much deep slate, tough cobble, andesite, stone, granite, and diorite that my little grubby hands could handle. Dude, every single time I make a new build, I get more resources. Did I need to get more stone? No. Did I? Yeah. Next, I chopped down some jungle trees, spruce trees, oak trees, acacia trees, and took their wood. I then placed down a whole bunch of copper and waited. It's taking so long, I'm going crazy. Whoosh. Finally, I began on the longest and hardest quest, traveling to my skeleton farm to pick up bones for bone blocks. It was very difficult and harrowing, to be fair, but I made it and I crafted all these guys up. So now we got all the blocks that we're gonna need. Obviously, there's some like decorational blocks that I haven't picked up quite just yet, but it's not that many of them. I don't need to grind out anything. I probably already have them. Also, I hope it doesn't annoy anyone, but I turned on view bobbing for that one little segment. Honestly, I haven't used it in the past because my computer's been too laggy, but I got a new computer like a year ago, and you know what? It's pretty nice. It makes things just feel more immersive, and yeah, I think I'll try it out, maybe just for the duration of this episode. We'll see. Tell me what you think. Tell me if it annoys you. But oh well, I think it is time to start building this building. Okay, so the first step is going to be leveling out this territory. Terrain, ground, whatever. So now I'm going to place just like the general outline. So I think I'm going to do something like this. And then this build is going to be like the house of the blacksmith. So there's not going to be any like tools or anything going on in here. I think I'm going to put that all outside. But this is going to be like where they live, eat, drink, dance. And then over here we're gonna do something just super simple, like a little rectangle for just like a storage room. And then my plan is like from here to like here, that's gonna be where like the main blacksmithery goes on. I just want to digress real quick because this is really boring, and I just want to talk about how industrious villagers are as a people and why I hate it. I love using barrels. They're such a good decorational block. But whenever I place them down when I'm living with villagers, boom, that guy immediately takes the job. This guy came over because he wanted the same job, but he couldn't. Here, have a job. Like, why do you just have such, like, why do you want to work so hard? I kind of like outcasted myself from the village early on and kind of moved over here into this cave and then into that home just so I wouldn't be around the villagers. And then boom, I placed down a barrel and these guys walk all the way over here just to take a job. And then there's like 2 of them in here too, because why not? Look at this guy. Oh, he doesn't even have a job anymore. I swear, they had jobs before, and they were both the fisherman guys. Whatever happened to nitwits, man? The guys with the green shirts and stuff who just did not want to work. Like, that's what I need, dude. I need some of those guys. Do you think I could make, like, a school and just, like, instill the values of, like, not doing work in just young villager minds so that they're all nitwits? I don't know if that's like weird, but like, you know,